and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. And today we're going over to the world of Sky. Yes, Sky Max, Sky Premier. I don't know what they call it these days, but obviously they have the on-demand stuff as well. So we're going over to Sky Max today, and we're going to have a look at something called the Lazarus project. Please, if you are new to the channel, not subscribed, press that subscribe button. It'd be great to have your support. And if you are a subscriber, keep spreading the word. I try and inform and entertain if I can on these TV dramas. I do film reviews, information vlogs, lots of different things. Be great to have you on board, and obviously to hear your comments as well, guys. I mean, you know, I say we all have our own opinions. I'd love to hear what your opinion on this Lazarus project or anything to do with TV or film. It'd be great to hear from you. And please give us a thumbs up. Make an old TV watcher, old film watcher very, very happy. Right, yes, the Lazarus project. 8 times, I think about 45 to 50 minutes. Obviously, there are ads and stuff's in this as well, but take out that aspect of it. So 8 episodes. And it started airing here in the UK. I don't check your territory wherever you are from the 16th of June. These comments today are as at the 19th of June 2022. As I say, it's available on demand, but is showing on Sky Max. Internet Movie Database, that's Joe Public. What are they thinking? Well, we do have a few reviews. We've got about 317 have been left, scores and reviews, as at the 19th of June. And if you ignore the 10 out of 10s and 1 out of 10s, which are a fair few for both, you get 172 people scored it between 6 and 9, and 48 people scored it between 2 and 5. So 78% positivity from my little calculation based on that. So that's not bad. It stars, yeah, familiar faces, certainly UK-based again, forgive my pronunciation. One who wasn't familiar, I wasn't that familiar with, Papa Esidu as George, Tom Burke as Rebroth, Anjali Mohindra as Archie, Carolyn Quentin as Wes, a bit more on her in a moment, Charlie Clive as Sarah, Rudy Dharmalingam as Shiv, Lorne MacDonald as Blake, Vinette Robinson as Janet, and Brian Gleeson as Ross. And what's it about? Well, basically, it's simple. It's a top-secret organisation, aren't they all? Dedicated to preventing mass extinction events. Yeah, they're not there to change the mundane things. They're not there to change the mundane things, what they would class, say, 9/11. They're not there to change that. They're just there to change mass extinction. So I don't think they could do much of the meteor was heading towards us, but nuclear destruction seems to be the main gist of it as far as the world's concerned. And of course, diseases, obviously with this pre-COVID world, they can build that into it as well, can't they? And they got the ability, this organisation, to make time go backwards, yes, to a checkpoint in time where they can go back to a certain point in time. So you can imagine it's a time loop thing. So what are my little thoughts? There's not many critics reviews at all at the moment. This is brand new as I'm recording this. So I am a big fan of time loop dramas and films, etc. I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan from the original Star Trek. So I've always liked time travel, and I'm a big Doctor Who fan back in the day, of course, not so much now. But yeah, so time machines and time travel. This isn't a time machine. It's quite a clever paradox, if you like, or a way of doing it, which, you know, I've obviously been done before. It's nothing brand new, but obviously a little quirky change to how things are done. But these have to be, don't they, with time loop? They have to be a turn your brain off. You can't, there's so many things that are wrong in them. It's literally a turn your brain off, don't think about it too much, and just go with the flow. And to be honest with you, the flow at times in this is so long, it's just so drawn out. I mean, they got 8 times 45, 50-minute episodes out of this, and I think the thing is, it is on that long that I think your brain may just sort of clip back in occasionally, and you start getting a bit bored with it because it's just too long to sit and watch, and it's just too drawn out, which is my big criticism of this. I know they have to do a certain amount of episodes to justify what they're spending on this, but there's just not enough content in there for 8 times 45, 50-minute episodes. And there are some genuine little subplots as well. So whether they could have filled the time better, I'm not saying they could, but it just went on for far too long in between these really good little subplots. So, you know, as I said, you were zoned out to enjoy it, and then you sort of zone back in and find yourself getting distracted because it's samey all the time. But you do get sucked in. You know, that's what I like about some of these, and it's happened to me before. It'll happen again. Sucked in by the last episode because it does sort of set it up nicely. It makes you go, oh yeah, I want to carry on watching this. But by then the series is finished. It's far too late. But it does suck you in, of course, dupe you into forgetting how drawn out the rest of this series was. was for the series 1, and looking forward to a series 2, and that's what it does. It successfully does that. But just cast your mind back to what you thought of some of the other 7.5 episodes and what you were thinking. It's not, for me, this isn't a binge. I like to binge watch stuff, as you know, but this isn't one of those that I couldn't wait to watch the next one on, which are a lot of good stuff. I mean, I go back to the old days of 24, where I just, you meant, oh, let's watch another one. Oh, we'll just watch another. Oh, let's just watch another. And this doesn't have that for me anyway as a binge watch. But I did binge watch it because that's the only, as I'll do these little reviews. I have to do that, and I love doing it normally. But this isn't perhaps a binge watch sort of thing. And there's a good summing up as well. There's a good catch-up preceding each episode. So even an old tired brain like mine probably could have coped watching one every few days in a normal situation, of course. And we get onto the actors and the characters. And I did mention we'll get back to Caroline Quentin, and I never fully invested because she's the sort of M in all this. She's sort of the guy in charge, and it doesn't work. I'm sorry, because of the roles Caroline Quentin's played over time. For people like me who's at least used to her in certain roles, it doesn't work. Perhaps it works better if you're not familiar with her in other roles, if you say outside of the UK. But it just doesn't work in this. She doesn't have that presence, and it just sort of ruins that from the start. And there's a similar problem with the array of UK-based actors in this. As far as talent and skills are concerned, there's a mixed bag as you get from a lot of these UK dramas. And I think some of them look a little out of place in this sci-fi sort of drama. But as I said, if you aren't familiar with these guys, the actors themselves, not the characters particularly, but the actors, then you might prefer it. And I don't usually quibble about accents, but we do have one or two dodgy accents in this as well, where actors not from the area that they're doing are sort of doing the accents. Again, it doesn't add to it for me, and it doesn't usually bother me, but because I was getting a bit down on some of the characters, it did in this one. As far as the lead character, George, actor-wise, fine, a decent enough bloke in the story, but sadly by the end of the series I just didn't like him. I'm not sure if anyone else felt like that. I just found him absolutely annoying, more annoying than some of the other characters. Which was that the aim? I'm not too sure. Was I supposed to like him as the series grew? I'm not sure what, but as far as I was concerned, I just hoped the time loop would see the end of him, but it never did, obviously. But might just be me, that guys. But as I said, George, the character George, I'm sorry, just absolutely annoyed me. If you haven't seen many of this type of genre film and you do like sci-fi, then of course, it's very, very good. I think it is very good. But if you have, like, you're an old fart like me and you've seen lots of it, yes, there are, as I said, there was one or two nice little subplots, etc., that were okay. But they were few and far between. So overall, for 8 episodes, it didn't inspire me. But we'll get back to that final episode. Yes, I was sucked into that final episode and one saying, oh, I wish there was another episode I could watch. And that's what they did. It was successful, but I hadn't forgotten what had gone on before. There's far too many negatives for me. And I certainly won't be on the edge of my sofa waiting for Series 2, although I will watch it as and when, if it does come out. So my scores for this, guys, let me know what you think as well. I would have given the final episode a 7 out of 10, but overall, probably between a 5 and a 6 all throughout, probably nearer a 5. So I'll be generous. I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10, which isn't a disaster, but it's not great. Let me know what you think. As I say, it's just one of those. As I say, as a binge, if I hadn't binge watched it, I might give it a slightly higher score, but I said I got all on a bit mundane for me, even though I did like certain elements of it. So 5.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think, guys. Great to hear from you. Anyway, till we meet again, please, you and your family stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.